Well, hi there. I'm going to show you how to do my winding fun stitch. It's a stitch video, so it's not a whole project. It's a stitch video for those that want to know how to do the stitch and don't want to wait for me to do a project in it. For project videos, you need to look at a project video somewhere on my channel. Okay, now the yarn I'm going to use for this is Sunset Color, and it's an I Love This chunky yarn. And there it has all kinds of colors in it. Okay, so it's a bulky, chunky yarn. And the loom I'm using, this is a little purple loom. I'd say that the gauge is somewhere between 3/4 and 5/8 because it's from a circle set, and it's a 3/4 inch circle set, but they do get a little smaller as they come down. And I'm not sure which one this was from, but I did lose a peg, but it's good for flat panels and stitch videos. So, and I like it. Okay, so this is what the stitch looks like, winding fun. It's quite a fun stitch. Look a little bright. I'm just going to get the brightness down here a little bit. Yeah, the white yarn for some reason really reflects light more than other colors. Now I'll put you on pause. I'm going to see if I can fix that. Okay, I got a little less lights on. That might not be quite enough. Let's try that. If I can get a place where it's more shady, you can probably see the stitch better. There it is. It's a really nice stitch. There it is. It's great for scarves, cowls. You can do a hat with it. You can do anything you want with it, actually, that you like it for. It tends to be a bit on the lacy side. It looks really lacy and good as a lace stitch when you're on a fine gauge loom. Okay, and the other side looks like this. Okay, so it's a nice stitch. It's fun. Easy to do, really. And so we'll just get started. Oh, and I'll show you the loom hook. Now this loom hook is from We Have a Handle on This. And this one is wood and it's painted. Okay, if you want a similar one, you'll have to go look on Etsy. They have very similar ones on Etsy that feel the same and are just as ergonomic because until they start making them again, this is it. Okay, now this is a 3-row stitch. Sorry, it's a 3-row stitch. And so because it's 3 rows and the kind of stitches it is, it's very straight. You can do a long scarf in it. It will come down nice and straight. If I had to do this over, I might do a little bit of pearls on the side too to hold it a bit straighter on the side, although it is coming down pretty straight. I have no pearls in the sides, but I did put a row of knit and a row of purl. So I linked on my channel a cast on I used. So it's just the crochet chain cast on, and then I did a row of knit and then a row of purl, and that actually made it lay really flat and straight on the bottom. But if I had it to do again, I think I would do a couple purls in the side, but they're not necessary depending what you're doing. I don't think I'd bother for an infinity scarf because it does lay straight, really. So I don't think I would, but you might want to. Okay, now I'll show you the edges I'm doing so that you don't have to purl and you can get a nice stretchy edge. And my edges look good because I had to slip them. I always slip them if there's a purl in the work because with a purl you get a bumpy edge. I don't like the bumpy edge. So then I will swatch, I will slip, but I normally don't slip if I don't have to because it's not my favorite. It's too loose. I don't like loose stitches on the edge. They catch on things and whatever. I just don't like them, but it does look nice and neat. Okay, so row one. Row one is juniper stitch. Make sure that we have enough light here. Set this up. And yeah, I'm going to turn some light back on now. Okay, just so that I want to be sure that you can see the pegs and the yarn and the stitch. Okay, so for juniper stitch, I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to come behind and go over again. Okay, and then I'm just going to knit it off. I'm going to go behind and around. I'm going to go over, okay, behind and around, and take the 2 bottom pegs over. And if you look here, this is the working yarn. So if you're too tight, just loosen up. You're going to take the 2 bottom over the top, 2 bottom over the top. Shouldn't be a struggle. You shouldn't do it so tight it's any kind of struggle. It should be just easy like I'm doing it. Then when I come to this peg, I do a really loose U-wrap. So I come around really far, nice and loose, knit it off, come back, and then over that in an E-wrap, knit it over, knit over this E-wrap at the side, make sure it's nice and loose, and then I come over in a U-wrap again, making sure everything's nice and loose, and come over. And the reason you have to have it so loose is because these are long stitches we're putting in here, so if this was tight at the side, it would just be pulling everything, and it would be weird at the side. These things would be curling up there. You know, if you ever have that where they're curling up at the side, and I'm making them curl up, but if you ever have that, it just means your edges are too tight. Okay, so second row is juniper again. So we go going this way now and doing juniper. It's exactly the same thing, except I'm going the other way. I go over and I go over again and take the 2 bottom over the top. And then I'm here, so I go around very, very loose, knit it over, come over, do the E-wrap, knit them over. Gee, I'm having trouble catching the yarn. Okay, and then here, very, very loose, come around again, nice and loose. Now you're ready for row 3. Okay, row 3, we're going to be doing a purl around. I sometimes call it the double purl around too. So you put your hook in there, scoop up to do a purl, come back around and do another purl. Okay, so purl, come back around and do another purl. Purl, and around, and purl again. Purl, come back around, purl again. Purl, come back around, purl again. Purl, purl again. And there we go. We've done that row. Then we come around and do the owl eye here really nice and loose. Come back around and do an E-wrap on the edge. Then we're going to slip the edge, come back, do the owl eye again on one peg. And then we start juniper stitch again. So row 1 is juniper. So I'm just going to whip through this a lot faster. Because you can do it really fast. Okay, and then I'm going to do a loose and come over, slip the edge, Come back over nice and loose, making sure this is loose. Whoop. What am I doing there? I'm supposed to be doing this one there. Okay, and then another row of juniper going this way this time. And you should be able to get juniper stitch over just as easy as I'm doing it. If it's too tight, if you wrap really tight like this, you're going to have a heck of a time getting these over. So you want it to be loose enough it easily goes over. Okay, and I wanted to demonstrate going with the double purl this direction. Okay, so the double purl that we're doing, the purl around, I have a lot of double purls on my channel done different techniques and ways. This one is the purl around. So you purl, put it over, come back around. This time you're around on the other side because you're going to go around and then purl again. Hope I got this in the camera for you. Purl, slip it over, come around, slip it over again. Okay, so that's all there is to it, and you just keep on going 3 rows. And let's take a look now at what I did, and you can see how much longer this has got. It's just gotten a lot longer. And there it is on the other side. You can see it hangs nice and straight and even. So very fun to do. Goes really fast. Got a lot of texture, and it's got these cute little rows of this on it. That's why I think it's a fun stitch. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, bye.